I had such high hopes this one. Anyone who's keeping track of this game would have known that this could have been something great, but Silicon Knights chose to make all the bad decisions, all the hits, all the classics, so to speak. Anyone who's ever come into contact with the demo or even played the full game would know what I'm talking about here. Too Human is a dungeon crawling-esque style RPG, much the same ways as Diablo or Fate Undiscovered Realms, both of which are considerably better than this game purely for one reason: the combat is considerably better. The combat in this game, they fucked up tremendously. It mainly uses the right analog stick for combat, which isn't bad. I mean, you know, Monster Hunter, Capcom's classic dungeon crawler, so to speak, was a really good game. It used the right stick and it used it effectively. Silicon Knights decided not to take any of this on board whatsoever, and basically made a complete pig's ear of it. Oh, but you're now about to see the one more annoying things about the game. Every time you die, there's no penalty as such, but you have to watch this every time you die. Exciting, isn't it? And I'm wondering why the enemies don't attack the Valkyrie so you can't get resurrected. Never mind. Anyway, essentially, the combat, well, the hand-to-hand combat is shit because your guy just glides about all over the bloody place, and it doesn't feel involving. I mean, when I'm playing a game like Dynasty Warriors or Diablo, when I'm mashing that left mouse button or the square button, it feels like I'm doing the mashing, you know what I'm saying? On this, it's just all automated and a bit shit, really. The gun combat's even worse because you can't precisely aim who you want to shoot at. Say there's a massive enemy surrounded by small enemies and you want to get rid of the big enemy first. Normally it will target every other fucker in the fucking room before targeting the enemy that's the biggest threat to you. This is a no-no. In any RPG, you've got to have complete control on who you attack. Speaking of attacks, magic, techniques, none of this shit. Like, you get maybe 3-4 techniques throughout the entire game, the rest of the skill tree is all passive. Here you're about to see, well, in fact you're seeing it now, the quality FMV that the game has. It's very hammy. There's only 2 really good scenes in the entire game, both involving that Valkyrie actually. The voice acting can also get annoying as well, like Thor especially, like in one of the levels he will repeat the same line over and over and over again, and it's really fucking annoying. Okay, this is me walking down a tunnel, and this next scene should illustrate my frustration with the combat somewhat. Another thing I should also mention is that there is actually no effective way to heal yourself. This is really fucking stupid. I'm not sure what they were thinking there. Like, the only way you can heal yourself is either if you have another player with you who's the medic, which is the most useless character class in the entire game since dying has no penalty or anything like that, or by breaking open crates and hoping that there are health potions in there. Now look, I'm trying to fight the guy that's, you know, shooting these ice bolts at me and I can't hit him because there's too much shit in the way. Also, there's these big giant things swinging their mallets and stuff, and avoiding 2 of them is nigh on impossible, almost. I noticed I'm quite badly damaged, you know, I'm far away from them now so I could easily heal myself, but no. That's not allowed. So basically now I have to die. Now I'm actually doing a pretty good job here, you know, I'm taking up the arms and stuff. But because basically I have no mana, which is gained by doing huge combos and stuff, I can't fight my way out of that corner. That's incredibly fucking shit. The one saving grace about this game though is the equipment. You can pimp out your character really well on this. It looks really good and everything. Like, here's me showing you the 2 different types of pants I got at the moment. This would look more impressive if I actually had more loot, but never mind. You can sell loot on the spot as well by hitting the Y button, which is a nice feature. You can dye your clothes, your weapons, you can also add ruins onto stuff, and you can even make your own weapons and swords from recipes and stuff, and generally those tend to be the most powerful weapons. Now, seeing all this cool loot system in action, don't you agree that this could have been a really good game as long as they made it a bit longer? They said this game was in development for so many years, but obviously hasn't. Look at this stupid camera angle. I've now got to fight something. Okay, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Boom! Oh look, unavoidable status effect. Great. So now I've got a status effect, I can't see where the fuck I'm shooting at, and this shit is really fucking annoying. Oh great, I'm fucking dead. Fantastic. Fuck's sake. These guys are fucking amateurs, man. What the hell is that? That's just stupid. Like, I couldn't see what I was shooting at. I couldn't avoid, like, you know, being hit by the status effect. I couldn't cure the status effect because I had no healing items. Yeah, okay, you can gain immunity to them later on, but like, if you're just starting out, you don't have items that give you complete immunity to enemies that explode and catch you on fire, so why bother fucking doing that in the first place? It's just stupid. Oh man, do you hear that? I think it's time for epic elevator dance, go! Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by that elevator, oh, hang on a sec. Listen to this line a sec.
Loki, come fight me one-on-one. I'll show you the meaning of curse.
Are you really so stupid? I am on board this vessel. I am lying immobile half a world away.
You hear that? He says that like every 2 to 5 minutes, and it's really fucking annoying because Loki also says the same thing. Loki was that intelligent, you just tell him to shut the fuck up, or haven't you already said that line or something? Anyway, I could bitch about this game all day, but I'm gonna need to have to wrap this thing up. There are only 4 sections in the game. The game isn't particularly that long to complete through once. Lack of healing potions or like any kind of, like, you know, skills or special abilities to use make the game seem fairly uninspired. The enemies are fairly uninspired as well. I mean, they look cool initially, but they get reused a lot. Also, the music's great, but the voice acting, well, basically it grates on you because they keep repeating the same lines over and over. The AI is really stupid as well. I mean, like, for your teammates, if you're fighting these giant robots, they'll, like, Loki will literally, not Loki, Thor, your brother, the guy that's standing next to you, he'll literally just keep smashing the guy's legs in and forgetting to hit the arms or the upper body, which is really fucking stupid. The skill trees isn't particularly inspiring. Also, the character classes, I mean, how the hell could you have one character class that's almost completely redundant? I mean, what were they thinking? And the character classes aren't particularly that different from each other anyway. It's just like, oh, some are better using certain weapons over than others. It's nothing really to write home about. At the end of the day, they said this game was been in development for 8 to 10 years or something stupid like that, but you can tell that they didn't really think about it. I mean, they didn't learn from other online RPGs and stuff like that. So, you know, what was the point? Apparently they fired a hell of a lot of staff after making this game, and to be honest, serves them right. They disappointed a lot of people, including myself. Furthermore, the game's only 2-player online, which is a bit pointless really. At the end of the day, all I gotta say is just avoid this game like the plague. It's not worth it. Just wait for a decent dungeon crawler to come out. I mean, I got Circle of Doom. It's not the greatest example, but it's certainly a hell of a lot better than this.